We talk about taking away the easy baskets Golden State gets, particularly in transition. Tristan Thompson, running back, doesn't see the ball. He's got to get back deeper than he is right now. We know one Cavs defender is down, but that's not the problem. It's Kyrie trying to guard up at the top of the screen, his man, and here comes Klay Thompson. What has to happen is Kyrie has to recognize that and move out, but he only can do that if Tristan Thompson says to go, that he's got the basket protected. Watch what happens on this. Kyrie stays too long. He can't get back in time. Wide open three in transition for Klay Thompson.
And Klay Thompson, 16 points on 5 of 7 from the field, 4 of 5 on threes. LeBron, 15 points. He is 7 of 8 from the field. Czar of the Telestrator, Stu Jackson, Greg Anthony, I'm Rick Kamler. We welcome you back to the Finals Film Room. Stephen Curry has yet to score in this game. He is 0 for 2. Durant to Iguodala.
This is a very active defensive series for the Cavaliers.
Well, Coach, it really looks like they made an active effort out of a timeout, off a sideline, out of bounds play to deny them the score, which they haven't been doing a good job of in the first couple.
They trapped a little bit and rotated on that.
Well, part of it is, though, personnel, right? Because you don't have Klay out there, you don't have Draymond. And so now you don't have the same stretch offensively or IQ and skill set, and it allows your defense. Actually, that looked like he may have been behind the line. I thought initially when he shot that, his foot was on the line.
Well, Golden State officially has an issue now at center. Zaza Pachulia, 2 early fouls. JaVale McGee just got caught in space on Kyrie Irving. The Golden State side did not like that call at all. So you've got Zaza with 2 and McGee with 2. So, Stu, where do you go from here if you're Steve Kerr?
Well, I tell you, it's going to be difficult. I mean, this is where, and you hate to go back in the past, but, when you had Bogut, you had Azili, you had Spates, you had other options. Now they strictly have to go with a small lineup with Durant really playing at the 5 spot, which is, it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out.
Well, wait a minute now. Pachulia is today's Bogut. Then you got McGee, but then you've got West, who's a tough, hard-nosed. Is he more a power forward? Yeah, but everybody's so undersized now, you can use him.
Yeah, how about the read there? Great backdoor cut by Curry. And then also, you had Sean Livingston just understanding that Curry didn't have an outlet. He created one for him, catches it, and then able to finish with that little jump hook.
Golden State, a lot of who, me, where? Disagreeing with most of these calls.
You see there, that sometimes you got to get to a spot to where the passer can see you. And I thought Livingston did a great job there on that possession and got the finish.
Yeah, as a coach, you're always telling players off the ball, get to an area where the passer can see you. Standing behind a defender does no good.
And Coach, this is an important stretch for both teams. One, particularly Cleveland, because they're the team that's had the struggles more so with their bench. They haven't had the kind of production that they'd grown accustomed to in the postseason. And so getting in the penalty, getting free throws here for a guy like Iman Shumpert, trying to figure out if they can get Kyle Korver to be a factor in this game and not be a liability on the defensive end. It's going to be an important stretch here in the next 2 minutes.
Greg, you mentioned about the first quarter scoring. Well, with 2 minutes remaining here, this first quarter is kind of on pace with the other 2 games as far as big 40-point, 35 points by the teams. And both teams are shooting outstanding from the floor right now.
And now the Cavs disagreeing with that out-of-bounds call. They thought it was last touch by Blue. But it'll be Warrior ball, new shot clock, 1:49 to go on the first.
But if you're the Warriors right now, it's pretty safe to say that you have weathered the storm on the Cavaliers' home court. If the Cavaliers were intending to come out and give them that punch in the mouth, it's been delivered, and the Warriors have withstood it.
That was clearly off of Kyle Korver.
You get a foul on Shumpert here. And again, critical stretch defensively. This group with Livingston out there, obviously McCaw as a rookie, young player getting a taste in the finals, but with Curry and Green, they still have guys that are going to be there to create and facilitate through.
Curry, step back on Love. He let that fly. Splash.
Now, it was interesting. Every other high pick and roll that the Warriors have run, they've trapped or blitzed. That time, they end up having to switch, leaving them out to dry there on Stephen Curry for the easy three.
And I think because the screener nailed the defender in such a solid fashion that he probably called the switch out, knew he couldn't keep coming and get over it.
Stu, I can't imagine you were a fan of that step back long two from Shumpert.
No, and again, I don't want to belabor the point. I think if you now are the Cavs, I mean, you've only got like 4 assists on like 12 of your field goals. That's not a good ratio.
What a shot by Stephen Curry. And as we tell you, he has no points, GA. He bops a couple of threes.
Well, the explosive nature of this team offensively is what makes them special.
Shump, good extra pass into the corner for RJ, but a tough take right there, and it's picked by Iguodala. Draymond Green's been quiet so far. Oh, nice backdoor feed to Livingston for the jam, and he taps the backboard as well.
Yeah, this is Coach's point here. Those types of buckets, we mentioned the sideline out of bounds plays, but those back cuts where the defenders get confused on whether or not they're switching that lead to easy layups are just field goals you can't afford if you're the Cavs.
And then they compound the situation by coming right back and having a turnover. An offensive foul gives Golden State the ball again. So since LeBron has been taken out of the game, all of a sudden Golden State goes on a, 8-0 run?
Yeah, and again, they're just losing connection defensively, no communication nor ball pressure. And to your point, the bigger issue is the bench. When LeBron's not out there, these guys, not only are they not generating offense, but they're also not getting stops defensively.
Steph tracks it down.
We tried to go 2 for 1 there. Instead got the offensive rebound.
Tried to do a little Kyrie reverse layup right there. Here's Shumpert wide open off the front of the rim.
So these are plays where if I'm going to run and get threes, I want Korver shooting the basketball. The fact that Shumpert's taken 3 or 4 shots here already, Korver hasn't had one.
Whoa!
And another breakdown defensively with this group. And again, we're right back at, Coach Fratello talked about it, right back at that 40 point in terms of the quarter.
Oh, my. And then Kyrie Irving ruthlessly stuffed by Draymond Green, who just got his first bucket of this game. We are through 12 minutes, and Golden State leads 39-31 at the Cube.